Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. I'm back on my team, and today's video is gonna be how do you make 100,000 MT when you have like zero or like 50,000 or 10,000, who knows? But I'm just gonna show you guys the best ways how you can get to 100,000 MT really fast. Like you can do this in a day, maybe even an hour if you get lucky. Okay, so step one, bro. If you're like at zero VC, bro, you should if you're at zero VC, you should go through your collection and then you should go through shoe cards, right? And I would just sell every single thing that's not like quick sell everything that's not a diamond shoe. These shits are useless, bro. I promise you'll never use them. And bro, once you get to like 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 MT, what you can also do is you could sell these injury cards, bro. I bet you'll probably have to use these like once in your life, bro. Don't even trip about these. Just sell these until you get to like 2,000 MT. Okay, so after you sell a whole bunch of shoes and like those injury cards, you want to go to the auction house and you want to go put your maximum buyout at 550. And just keep refreshing until you get something, bro. There's a lot of good stuff that can pop up on this filter. It could be like Galaxy Opals, it could be Dark Matters. You can see the GOAT cards, you can see all the invincible cards. It's crazy, bro. You just have to be patient and give it some time. Even if you see a bronze, you just want to buy it right away. Because some bronzes, they could go for like 1,000. See, I just missed on this Nikola Vucevic. But look at like a ruby for 500 VC just popped up and like less than a minute. It's crazy how much stuff you can get on this stuff. So if you give this filter like an hour, you could probably be at like 30-40k. Okay, so once you get to like 20 to 30 to 40k, I would either try this opal filter. You want to go to opal and then put the maximum buyout to like 5,000. This is called opal lows, by the way. Put the maximum buyout to 5,000 and you just keep refreshing, just like the 500 MC filter, because every single thing that you get on this that's under 5,000 or even 5,000 is a snipe. Because if you quick sell a car, bro, you can quick sell it for 5,000 MT, which is exactly what you buy it for. So if you get something lower than 5,000, you quick sell it, that's an automatic profit. But you don't want to do that unless if the car that you get only goes for like 5,500, or else unless if you get it for like 2,000, 3,000 MT, then you should do it. But if you get it for 5,000, don't sell it for 5,500 because you'll end up getting 4,950 because of the tax system, which makes no fucking sense, bro. It's weird as hell, but that's how 2K works. And you can see a lot of decent stuff. And this is one of the probably the most consistent filter in the game, if not the 500 filters, because these cards, like they have cheap cards that pop up, and since there's like new packs and stuff, people are just throwing up the new cards for really cheap, and you could just sell them real quick and you can make a lot of MT in an hour. You just have to give it time and be patient. Okay, so the next filter is dark matter lowest. So again, you want to have like around like 30 to 40,000 MT, just so you don't have to like stop as soon as you get a snipe. And what you want to do is, so you want to check what the most expensive card is going for, which is about like 9,800. So you want to put it down to like 8,600, 500, whatever, and you just want to keep refreshing until you get something. Every single thing that pops up on this is a snipe. And the crazy thing about this filter is you can see stuff for 500. You can see, like, I got an invincible last night for 500 on this filter. It's crazy. You can see go cards on this filter for really cheap. People seeing invincible Giannis on this filter like for like 5k, bro. You just have to be patient, give it an hour or so. Like, I promise you'll see something if you see this. If you just be patient on it and give it some time. Sometimes it'll be dry, which happens, but sometimes it's really hot and you can make a lot of MT off of it really fast. It's a really good filter if you want to make MT really fast. So you should use these filters to get to 100k. It should be pretty easy. Another filter you can use is dark matter. You can go Eastern lowest, which won't be as hot as the other one. So what, the lowest card is like 10th. Honestly, you could just keep it here and you could just scroll. Since nobody really sits on this filter, you can just keep it pretty high. You can scroll. Like earlier I got like a Jeremy Lin for like 11,000. He sold for like 19,000. And bro, it was a long scroll. Nobody sits on this filter, so you can see a lot of stuff on here and get a snipe and just flip it for like almost 10,000, bro. A lot of these cards go for a lot on this filter, bro. You'd be surprised what pops up. I'd say give this filter like Bro, give it like 30 minutes, bro. You'll eventually see something. And I bet you'll make a lot of MT back from this, bro. I made like 150,000 one night off this filter before. It was before it was like this. It was just really hot one night. I made so much MT off of it because it was when the new fan favorite packs came out and everybody was just flooding the dark matter lowest with the Rudy. So I just switched it to this so he wouldn't pop up. And there was a whole bunch of stuff popping up. These Kyrie Irvings kind of ruined it, but it's not that bad right now because all the other cards kind of went back up. Okay, so say you're at 100,000 MC now, and you want to make a million, or you want to make a 500,000 or whatever. So some filters that you can do to hit a million or whatever you want to hit, bro, which is most likely a million, is, if you just hit 100,000, you're most likely at the hard scope some cards. If you don't want to hard scope any cards, you can just use this filter. You want to use center, dark matter, and then you want to go to Lakers for the team. Now what pops up on this filter is Invincible Shaq, Go Kareem, and Invincible Will. That's it. But if you get any of those cards, bro, for 100K, you're making a big profit. Especially Go Kareem. You'll be halfway to a million if you get this Go Kareem off this filter. It's crazy, bro. And this filter is actually kind of hot. So what you want to do is set the minimum buy to whatever the lowest is. Okay, so yeah, you can just keep it at like 75K. And you want to put the minimum bid to the same thing. Or you could just keep it at 500. Depends how. You could just keep the minimum bid at 500. And you just see how this is a 2 scrolls. The minimum buy is 75,000, bro. If something pops up for really cheap and people are saying like Lakers enabled and they have the minimum buy to 100,000, you're going to be seeing stuff that they don't see, bro. And you can get some easy snipes off of this filter. This filter sometimes gets really hot. So I'll give this filter a try if you do not want a hard scope. Okay, the next filter I have for you guys is a hard scope filter, but since he's not an invincible or go, he kind of pops up kind of more frequently. And this next filter is K21, so you wanna hard scope him. I got this card like a couple of days ago, and he sold for like 230. So obviously he dropped in price, but he still goes for a lot. So you want to put the minimum buy to 500, and you just keep refreshing until you see him, bro. And like I said, since he's not invincible or a go card or whatever, he's gonna pop up more frequently because people are gonna think he's just a normal dark matter and just throw him up for 100K or something, bro, or even cheaper. A lot of people seen him for really cheap, bro. So I say you give this filter, definitely give this filter a try. You'll most likely see him if you give it like an hour. Okay, the next filter we gotta use is the Giannis filter. It is a hard scope filter, and his price kind of went down, but it's still 300,000. That's still a lot. And when the price is closer to 100,000, the more likely it's about to show up when you hard scope it, if that makes sense. And so you want to go for Invincible Giannis and Point Guard Giannis, out of position one. Both of these go for a high price still right now. And all you want to do is just put the minimum buy to 500, bro. And everybody should know Giannis is in the vault, and he's still on the triple threat online boards. People are getting him, just throwing them up like some silly people. So I'm just saying, bro, if you really want to make a big profit, this is probably the most consistent hard scoping filter to sit on, bro. I say just sit on this filter for an hour. If it's dry, then go try something else, but this should be the most consistent filter. Okay, so the next filter that I have is another hard scoping filter. The next person you should hard scope is Kawhi Leonard. Now, this Kawhi Leonard is good at hard scope because of the idols Kawhi. It still goes for a decent amount. Like it's probably gonna be like 200, maybe a little bit less than 200,000, but it might be like 180 when this one ends. But you can see that one. This Kawhi Leonard is still snipe, and you can see the invincible Kawhi. I see a lot of people starting to get invincible Kawhi a lot more. So all you want to do is just go to a minimum buy and just set it to 500 again, and you just keep refreshing until you see something. Hey, and you guys have to have a lot of patience on these hard scoping filters. You don't really have to have that much patience to sit on a dark matter filter, an opal filter, or the 500 MT filter, just because those ones you probably get sniped like minimum once every 20 minutes if you sit on those filters. But these, you might have to sit on these filters for hours if you want to see something. You have to be a little dedicated. But if you guys are down for it, if you guys want to make a big profit, that fast, this is the way to go. This is gonna be the fastest way you can hit 1 million MT sitting on these filters. Okay, so the next filter I got is shooting guard dark matter. Then you want to put it to the Lakers. Now, who pops up on this filter is the Go Kobe and the Invincible Kobe. So you can see this one, and you can see this one. You can see both of those Kobe's. Both of them are snipes clearly, and all you have to do is just set this minimum balance to 500. If you get a one of these Kobe's, bro, you'll be at a half of a million. You'll be at probably at 500,000 MT right away. But you know it's probably gonna be really hard to snipe these cars. So don't come in here thinking that you're gonna get a Kobe right away. But don't get discouraged if you know miss one or it takes hours, because it's all luck. Like honestly, I could be scrolling right now and see one pop up. If that happens, bro, I'll do a backflip. Anyways, like I'm saying, all this is random, but you'll most likely have to sit here for hours trying. But if you're dedicated, you know, eventually you'll get one. And if you're bored, bro, just try to watch a stream. Shout out to my boy Medi. Go watch my boy Medi streams while you're sniping, bro. It's entertaining, it's funny, and eventually you'll get addicted to sniping. Okay, the last filter I have is the Invincible Kristaps Porzingis. Now, this KP, it probably will end at like 180, 190, 200. It kind of dropped in price, but this filter is still really consistent. People are getting a lot of KP still, and this is probably the most consistent Invincible to snipe off of all the new cards, like from the new Kawhi, Ben Simmons. But the Ben Simmons still pops up a lot too. So I say you just give this like an hour and just be patient on it. I promise you guys will see something. This Kristaps is popping up for a lot of people, guys. So if you guys want an easy 200,000, just try to sell in this filter for a little bit. Just make sure you guys put the minimum balance at 500 for all these hard scoping filters. And the last filter I have for you guys today is this Ben Simmons one. This Ben Simmons is popping up a lot still for people. I saw one the other day for 12,000. I missed. It was terrible, but Invincible Ben Simmons is still really consistent too. It's not as consistent as, you know, Kristaps Porzingis, but he's more consistent than the Kawhi one. Now, sadly, the other Ben Simmons is not a snipe anymore. But if you see this Ben Simmons, I mean, I guess he might not be a buyout anymore, but I wouldn't. If you guys saw him pop up, I honestly would pass on him so far. I don't think he's gonna go up like that. He used to be a buyout like crazy. Like a couple of days ago, you'd be able to see his card a lot. And if you sit on this filter, you probably will. So I would just go straight for the Invincible Ben Simmons because this one really isn't that snipe anymore. Okay, guys, that's all I have for us today. If you enjoyed this video and this video helped you, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Show this video some love, and I'll drop some more sniping videos and some tips to help you guys make some easy MT.